Bueno, muy buenos días para todas las personas que se unen a esta sesión informativa con Reykjavik University. Mi nombre es Karen Martínez, soy integrante del equipo de Consejería Académica y Relaciones Internacionales de Colfuturo y el propósito de esta sesión es dar a conocer datos e información fundamental para todos ustedes si sus planes de estudio están encaminados en llevar a cabo un posgrado en esta gran institución académica. El día de hoy nos acompaña Jacob Kaminsky. Él nos va a brindar información muy valiosa acerca de la oferta académica, financiación, procesos de admisión, becas, hospedaje y recomendaciones generales para todos ustedes. En adición, vamos a abordar también información relativa al convenio que tiene Colfuturo con Reykjavik University, que consta del 25% de descuento en el valor de la matrícula para 4 beneficiarios de Colfuturo en programas de maestría o doctorado. Entonces, pues cabe mencionar que si tienen alguna pregunta, pueden escribirla a través del cuadro de Q&A y las vamos a ir solucionando y respondiendo a lo largo de la sesión. Entonces, sin más preámbulos, le voy a dar la palabra a Jacob. So, Jacob, please, you can start with your presentation.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, my name is Jacob Kaminsky, and I am the academic program manager here for the Iceland School of Energy at Reykjavik University. And I'm going to represent Reykjavik University today to tell you a bit about our graduate programs and our collaboration here, and how we've had many students from Columbia come and join us throughout the years. And we're very proud of it, and we're really hopeful to have more join us in the upcoming years as well. So I'll go through here. I'm going to have this video play just as I tell you about the university a bit and kind of show you our campus. Reykjavik University is in Reykjavik, Iceland. We are a small country. Only about 365,000 people live here, but we have quite a large international population, and we have quite a state-of-the-art university. So here at the university, we have about 3,600 students, about 150 international students. We have many undergraduate programs. These undergraduate programs are all taught in Icelandic, but our graduate programs are taught in English and have quite a large international student population. Our university is quite small at 3,600, and all of our courses are housed inside this building that I'm showing you here in this video. The university is designed after the solar system. So the university, when you walk into it, you walk into the sun, and it is the home of student life here at the university. We break off from there, and we have the Earth corridor, which has like a lot of life in it. We also have Mars and Venus, where many of our classes and our different departments are. And then we have Uranus, where our library is. And over the future years, we're hoping to expand as well, as we're about to build a new research facility here at our campus. Reykjavik University is highly ranked by Times Higher Education as one of the top 25 young universities in the world, and we're really proud of that. And we're also proud of the diversity of the programs that we're able to offer. We have a School of Technology and a School of Social Science here. So we have everything from a law school, engineering, computer science, business, psychology, and sports science as well here at this university. So we offer a lot, and we really value the diversity of the people that we're also able to bring in here. Also, the local area is quite nice. We've just finished building of about 450 student apartments right off of our campus. And with Iceland being so far in the north, it is quite a lovely place to live all year round. Our summer, we have our bright nights, we have our dark winters, but the temperature is relatively the same throughout the year, and we really enjoy that part of it. Move you through. So I talked about the different departments that we have here, and I'm going to go through the degrees that we offer at our graduate level here for international students to take part in. And then I'll talk a little bit more about our area where we've seen the most students from Columbia come to join us in the Iceland School of Energy. We have our sports science, our law, our psychology, business and economics, our MBA, engineering, computer science, MPM, and Iceland School of Energy. While being a small school, we have the ability to work across the university with all these different departments. And it makes it a really nice place that works well together and has a small town feel where you see your teachers, the fellow students throughout your time here at the university in passing. And you could ask questions here or there, but also in the community and the life around you as well. So in our sports science program, we have our master's degree in sports science. Also, teaching is a place where we put a lot of emphasis. And we're also starting a new program in sports data. So we're looking at how do we track and make data-informed decisions in our sports programs. So we're working with students on that as well, working with football clubs here in Iceland, as well as in the rest of Europe and other things, other types of sports as well as handball and rugby and some other things. We also offer a Master's of Law. Our law department is mainly for Icelandic students, but they do offer a number of programs in English to have a diverse discipline background for people to study law here that are native English, that are English speakers. And then psychology is a little bit smaller with applied behavioral analysis as being one of the main programs there. Generally, these degrees are all 2-year degree programs that we have here and range from 90 to 120 ECTS. And our school year starts in August and ends in May. Our business and economics department is quite large here at Hauer, where we're offering our MBA, corporate finance, human resource management, marketing, and we have many other degrees there as well. Some have courses that cross over, so there's the ability to offer so many of these degree programs that we have here. This is also one of our second largest departments for international students at the graduate level, many taking the MBA or tourism and management. Engineering is a nice sized department here. It's the largest graduate population of students that we have here, about 160 students. Financial and mechanical engineering, mechatronics, biomedical, software, and project management. Many of these degrees we offer with other universities as well, doing dual degrees or double degrees across Scandinavia or the rest of Europe. But we also work a lot with our partners in computer science in the School of Technology. So data science and digital health and technology. So we're also working there with sports science, kind of showing you that cross collaboration that we have the ability to have here at Hauer. And then we also have software. So software engineering is taught between computer science and engineering. Here, to get an engineering degree, and especially for a degree like software engineering, the students have to have a background in actual engineering, in the physics and mathematics of that background for the degree. So it adds a bit more there, as well as for financial engineering. The next thing I want to talk about is where we see the most of our students going to that come from Columbia through this program, and they're coming to us to the Iceland School of Energy. The Iceland School of Energy is in a special position here at Reykjavik University. The Iceland School of Energy is half owned by the University of Reykjavik and also by local companies, which is Reykjavik Energy, which is the energy provider for the city of Reykjavik, as well as ISOR, the Icelandic geo survey that works here. This is our largest international program here at Reykjavik University, and it brings in about 30 students each year for graduate studies across 4 programs from around the world. The majority of our students come from North America, from Canada, and the United States. We have some from Iceland and Europe, and then South America is where we see the next largest cohort of students coming. Over the past years, we've been thankful to have, we've had 1 to 2 Colombians per year joining us through this program, and we're really excited for more people to join us as well here. So The programs here that we offer are a master's in sustainable energy science and engineering, as well as electric power engineering and electric power management. The energy revolution, as we move towards more sustainable focuses, requires people with multiple disciplines and outlooks in the energy sector. While we do have our engineering program for sustainable energy has many engineers, our energy science program takes students from a wide range of backgrounds. Geology is one of the largest, followed by environmental science and law as well. And it really is a program where people can really feel at home with their diverse degree and fit in well, while each student brings something to the table there during this course. In our education, we have 5 areas that we really focus on, and that's international outlook through our students. We have them do many projects on where they've come from, because at the end of your time in your graduate program, many of our students go back home and they can bring this knowledge back with them there. The next one is interdisciplinary collaboration, is the different backgrounds that students have. Also, we like to have a focus on classroom time and being in the field and seeing things firsthand, what's happening. And then the next one is industry connections. Generally, academic programs have a lot of faculty that are in research and have worked in industry at some point, but are mainly focusing on research at this time. We like to do a 50-50 approach, where we bring people that are actively working in industry across the world, as well in Iceland, into the classroom to teach our students. So our students are up to date on what are the key things that are happening throughout time. So we can always stay up to date on what's happening. Our programs focus mainly in 4 different areas of geothermal, which is our largest, with geologist, policy and economics, energy technology. This goes from anything from geothermal to solar, hydropower, around there, and also our electric power. Iceland's a great place to learn electric power due to the grid here being an island disconnected from the rest of the world. So it's a great place to study and design changes and things like that. And then our students finish their master's degree by completing a 1 or a half a year master's thesis. And generally, we have students work on a project that relates to their home country during this time. And they can work with a company in that area or another university as well. And these are some of our students across the years, everywhere from Nicaragua to Iceland, to Switzerland, to Peru, Chile, the US, Kenya, Indonesia, the Philippines, all around the world come together for this degree. And it's a great degree to be a part of, and also a great cohort as international students. And I talked about this already. So I just want to end with, for this time, and I could take questions if people have them about any of our programs here, Reykjavik University or the Iceland School of Energy, is that Iceland has a lot to offer. We're not that far away from the rest of the world, so many of our students enjoy when they do come here. We're not that far from Europe. We're also North America. And it's one of those bucket list places to come study. And it really attracts people from around the world to come here. We're always hosting international guests from governments to companies here in Iceland. And it's a place that when someone reads this, that you've been here, it kind of stands out, and you can bring a lot back to where you're going to go afterwards. So as the land of fire and ice, we have our northern lights, our geysers, and our volcanoes. We're just waiting for a volcano to erupt shortly here in a few weeks. Not too far away, but is quite safe. And also, I would like to add is that Iceland also really attracts the adventurous heart of some of our people, from mountain biking to hiking to climbing. If you love being outside, this is definitely the place to do it and really enjoy it. So that's all I have today as a presentation at the moment, but I'm open to take any questions or comments from the audience.
Thank you, Jacob. We have a couple of questions here. Paula is asking, I studied ecology. If I want to study at school energy, what requirements do I need to have?
Yes. So I'll say answer live. Studying ecology is a great background. In our sciences, we just did a study on the last 10 years of students that came to study at the Iceland School of Energy. And about 10 to 12 students had a background in ecology or environmental science. These backgrounds are really useful for someone that wants to go into kind of environmental assessment, policy area there. But also we've had people with a background in ecology move on and are now studying for PhDs in physics. They never thought they would be, but they found their niche in space and are kind of filling it quite well and really expanding and moving on with that. So you have no requirements besides that degree to apply for.
Fabian is asking, there are good opportunities to stay in Iceland after studying your programs?
Yes. So, Fabian, great question. So we also know that for us, about 55% of our students after completing the program move back home to the country from which they came from. From there, about 15 to 20% move on to do PhDs outside of Iceland at this time, or move on to find work in another country. And the remainder do stay in Iceland. For us, for the people that do stay in Iceland, they generally stay for up to 10 years and then move back home. And this is a general international student kind of look there, is that generally they'll stay in the country in which they studied for up to 10 years and then move on from there. There are many different job opportunities here. Many of our graduates that are foreign, that are staying in Iceland, are working in the energy sector. Some are working in sustainability, the majority there. Others have started their own companies here. Upon graduating, students are granted a visa for looking for work for up to 3 years here in Iceland.
Thank you, Jacob. We don't have any questions here. However, could you please remind us what are the English requirements?
Yes. 1 second. I'm going to make sure I say them correctly as well. So give me 1 second. So our English requirements here at Reykjavik University are a TOEFL of 577 for a test required. You need to be at least a B2 in the Cambridge or studied at a university with the main language that the education was taught in as English. And those are the main English requirements there.
Thank you, Jacob. And what are the ideal student you are looking for?
The ideal student that we're looking for is someone that is quite ambitious. Generally, for us, you are moving to a new country, so ambitious and kind of independent is useful. But we're also looking for, in Iceland, the majority of the population speaks English, so that's quite useful, and also Spanish as well is actually a second language here almost, it seems. But we're looking for a student that's ambitious. They don't need to know exactly what they want to do, but they need to know kind of where their heart wants to take them. And that's usually what leads to a great student here at our university.
Okay, thank you. Students can work on campus?
For us, we have such a small university that we don't have jobs on campus for students. But since Iceland has such a large tourism, a lot of our students, international students, work in the hospitality sector here. working in restaurants or cafes, in that area, or museums in the tourism industry. Wage here is quite high for part-time work. So many of our students work in that sector while studying here. And then there is opportunities in the following year, generally after the student's been here, for roles as TAs in courses, or for summer internships or projects. And some of our students can complete thesis projects with partners here in Iceland.
Could you please tell us a little bit more about accommodation? Maybe university have some places, or students has to look for independent places to
Yeah.
stay.
So we have brand new apartments that were just built in the last, we finished the last ones about a year ago. So that all of our apartments are 4 years old. We also have nice student accommodations throughout the area through student housing, kind of a coalition of businesses that are here that we've been working with. And the accommodations are nice. We have a student studio apartments. Some of them are larger than my own, that have a small kitchen and a nice sized bathroom as well with them. Generally, there's 10 of these studio apartments on a hallway with a larger common space as well. And then there's private apartments for students as well. If a student is looking for an option that is a bit cheaper, we do work with local landlords and kind of have a trusted network of places for students to stay as well. Accommodation generally for international students is well defined and kind of developed process that we do reserve space for international students to have a space here at the university so that they can come and study here with us.
Thank you. When students are applying, what documents they need to upload? An essay, a motivational letter? Do they have to perform an interview? What are the documents due?
So for our interview process, for our process here for applying for our graduate programs, you're going to need a resume or a CV, your official transcripts from your university, 2 letters of reference from someone that has worked with you or you've worked for. Generally, if you've been in school so far during the process, from a professor is very useful from any jobs you've had. So 2 letters from there. We're going to need a copy of your passport, a photo of it. And also we do have an essay requirement, and then your English language test scores as well. And you submit this during the application. Once we've had all of this information, we then move on, and if the application is good, we call you for an interview online, and you meet with me or one of our other admissions team members as well. And we just have a general conversation to see what your interests are and how well you fit in with us here. Just as much as it's an interview for us to learn about you, it's a good time for you to learn about us as well. So I really challenge the students to come with some questions and information that they want to know. And we also ask them about the process of affordability of living in Iceland. It does cost a lot to live here. Generally, our students also have part-time jobs when they're here. But it's also been quite nice is that the scholarship, this loan program, is quite generous in its ability and has helped many students be able to study here throughout this time and help them with the cost of living and all required there.
Jacob, could you please share your contact again with or the email they need to use when writing some questions about programs?
Yes, I'm going to share it in the chat. So is best here. So and then I will provide one more.
Well, Jacob, we have one more question, and it's according to our agreement, we offer a
Yes.
25% discount on tuition fees for full future beneficiaries in master's or doctoral programs. How do you select those foreign students who will be receiving this discount of our agreement?
The agreement goes by is generally how many students are also applying with us during the year. The process becomes more competitive during that time. They receive the 25% reduction in tuition with this agreement. The process is by the GPA that a student brings, the motivation letter, and the interview process. This is what leads, this is part of the process there. I encourage more people to apply for us each year for the process so that we can get increase our the amount of students that we have coming through with the program and really use the program as best we can. Some years we have many, some years we have a few. So I actively encourage the people to apply and come join us here at Reykjavik University.
Thank you, Jacob. We don't have more questions, but just to finish, could you please give one piece of advice for those who are planning to study there?
One piece of advice. I would say coming to study here, I think is kind of, I think about, it's less of an advice about coming to study here, but living in Iceland is come to expect the unknown. There's like little miracles and things that happen all the time here. This is the place, it's one of the youngest places on the earth. We have volcanoes, we have snow, we have the northern lights, many different things happening here. And I think there's many firsts for people that are here and kind of wonders that you may not see elsewhere in the world. And I think it's a land that has 100 different landscapes around it, and there's always something new. I've lived here for 6 years now almost, and it seems like every week I see something new here, and it's quite amazing. And so are the different people that come with us along the way.
Well, thank you very much, Jacob, for your presentation, for giving us all the important information about the university. We really appreciate it. And well, with no more to add, have a good day and goodbye.
Thank you all for being here. Bye-bye.